Hi, my name's Tom. I'm part of the recruitment team here at Norwich University of the Arts, and this is a short video on how to sequence your work for a portfolio or coursework digital submission. To start off with, it's really important to understand the assessment criteria. Who is assessing your work and what are you presenting it for? They're both slightly different. For a school project, it's often useful to lay out your work chronologically. That's in the order in which you produced it. For a university application, you might want to tell a bit of a different story. You might not need to include the same volume of work. You might want to compartmentalize your projects. Maybe start with your strongest piece of work at the front of the portfolio and end on the second strongest piece of work to create a really nice first and last impression. Here are a few examples of different types of portfolio layout that you might want to adopt for your work. In this presentation, Jan has shown us a contents page to open up her portfolio. She's then followed that up with a series of, in this case, character designs and studies. Then she looks at architecture, and then she follows that up with some life drawing and 3D studies as well. It's a really lovely layout to this portfolio with a mixture of developmental work, investigations, inspirations on her practice, as well as some lovely final outcomes. Christopher has showcased his work, which is an architecture application for university. He's got a variety of observational studies, things like showing his ideation, his thought processes, how he's unpackaged his ideas and how he's drawn on different bits of inspiration along the way. He hasn't included too much labelling on the portfolio itself, but he does have a lot of annotations as well to help us understand his thought process along the way. This is broken up quite nicely with a series of things like not just case studies but also technical drawings to show his attention to detail and how he's been resolving his ideas towards a final project. And then he indicates what that final project might look like towards the end of the portfolio. Callum's put together a portfolio for illustration, and within this he's done another really lovely layout. So he includes a variety of observational studies and how he's then used these to inform his own ideas. It's got this kind of Hockney style to start off with, and then it's followed up by some work around Francis Bacon. The labelling is lovely, neat and discreet, and there's not too much to look at on each page. We're not too visually bombarded. He's divided up his projects nicely, shown us things like life drawing skills, which are always a great thing to see for a university application. And then he goes on to show us a variety of other studies and how he's worked in 2D and 3D to show that he has more skills. He then takes these 3D skills and then puts it into a book jacket, which is a lovely way of making his work look more professional. If you have any other questions around digital sketchbooks or portfolio advice, please email us at student.recruitment@nua.ac.uk.